Welcome, Capricorn, to your Akashic reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. This reading is for the near future, about 3 to 4 months from now. This is going to be early spring through early summer. Okay, so seeing what's coming right at you and what you're walking right into. Okay. And remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising moon or Venus. I wish they could resonate with everyone, but they surely cannot. Okay, getting straight in here. Best message for the near future for Capricorn. When a force is upside down with the Akashic field. Oh, I love that. Look at that. The karmic trench is over. 2 worlds coming in. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have the Akashic field in reverse over here. This card is talking about fragmented energy and agitated energy that has been surrounding you, right? So it's literally talking about right now, like I might be feeling a little agitated. I'm trying to get things done. It might feel like I'm still digging a karmic trench. It doesn't matter. Every time I go to dig somewhere, it just seems like it kind of backfires within whatever situation you're dealing with, right? It says you could be going through some kind of crisis right now, and you may be receiving some kind of grief from other people, right? Or it could be causing you grief, however it is. Maybe they're in grief, you're in grief, however it is. Your worry and panic is splitting your energy and causing fragmented vibrations. Well, the good thing is, how about this, is that now this world is going to turn itself upside down by going into 2 worlds. So you no longer have to worry about that. You're going to feel like you have completely divided yourself into this new world where you're going to leave the old world behind. There is no more karmic trenches being dealt with, built, any of the above. With it reversed, it's showing that you have fallen out of the karmic trench sometime within the early spring to the early summer. All those trenches can go away. You now have all the resources you need to plant the seeds that bring your new harvest and a new life, and that's where the 2 worlds are coming in. Okay, there's going to be some kind of a sudden change. It's going to bring such a dramatic sudden change. That's why it's going to feel like you're in this new world. It could even be a breakup of a relationship. It could be the career troubles, the financial difficulties, whatever your situation is, that it feels like it just kept digging a hole for you, is now going to dissipate, and it's all just going to fall away. Oh my goodness, you got to love that. So within the 2 worlds over here, it is literally talking about how you feel like you're in a different whole world. You've received this card, and it's conflict of your life between the outer world requires of you, and how your own spirit directs you. You're going to be separating from that conflict, no longer having that anymore, and feeling like you are now going where the divine spirit wants you to be. You're saying, well, thank you. Experiencing different kinds of things. All those things that you felt like were against you are now pulling away from you. You don't feel like you're put into that situation anymore. You actually can start feeling your personal success in your day-to-day life. Okay, you can actually start feeling like you're getting the power back to where you might have felt like somebody was draining your energy. If someone was keeping you down and draining your energy like some kind of vampire over here, and felt like you just keep digging ditches with this person, and there's no way out, because it feels like with a karmic trench, let me just show you the card. It doesn't matter how many trenches you build. You could try to build way over here, right? And it's just still lines itself up because it's karmic. So you're going to actually finally break free from the karmic energy that is surrounding you. So where you now feel like, I'm going to start planting way over there in the other mountain, away from this whole field. So, and that literally is going to break everything. And your energy is going to be complete. You're not going to feel this overwhelmingness anymore. It's going to feel like you live in 2 different worlds, like you're walking in from one world to the next one. How is this world so much better than the last world? Well, because I decided to get rid of this person, this situation, pull myself out of the situation. and being able to do the things now that I want to do. Okay, so take that how that resonates, but very beautiful. Feeling like you're pretty much on the right path now without having that situation kind of over your head. It kind of weighs you down, right? Now you're finally pulling out of it, my friends. Yeah, where there was a dark cloud, look at that. Where there was a dark cloud, you have still the determination. It's just kind of crazy because it's like where you have more determination to get out of the cloud, it almost feels like it's fragmenting more energy. Do you feel that way? It's like, but I've been trying to break free. It's almost like you're over pushing energy to where it's fragmenting it out, and it's almost like there's nothing I can do. Trying to be of service to yourself, but you're waiting for, there it is, the karmic justice to come through. And it does feel like you finally get out of that through a determination. But I think the Capricorn, the point of this one is that sometimes when we overforce something, that's what it really feels like. You're overforcing, trying to, dig these trenches away from each other. It's almost like it just keeps pulling it back in. And so it feels like it's almost like non-escapable. Well, finally, okay, it comes into your favor. So it does. It feels like it's painstaking error over here, and it's causing some agony and some real issues. And you're finally going to be able to unite with this place of me finally getting back my control and my compassion and getting my intentions and really unifying with what, because of the two worlds, this is where your human side is, this is where your spiritual side is, so you're going to actually feel like you're pulled right back to where you need to be, really finally getting rid of the person who's guilty of doing so, the situation that's guilty, just knowing that situation was what was holding you back, right? Job, however it is, finally meeting the goals that you have and really finally feeling like you're coming up to the surface. It kind of feels like you're drowning. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you have been holding your breath a long time, trying not to drown. And you're finally going to be able to come up for air. But when you do come up for air and you're actually not drowning anymore, it's going to change everything. It's going to have this, it's going to be such a quick thing too. It's almost like it's eluded you for so long. I think, and that's where I think the determination is too, is like, oh, why I push on something so hard because I'm trying my hardest to get out of it. It becomes kind of an illusion of how you're doing it. So it kind of gets diluted. It's almost like you're diluting the water, but you're not really changing the physics of the water. Yeah, I have no idea why I'm talking science. I'm not even smart enough to do so, but it's all good. But that's really what it feels like. It's almost like I'm making Kool-Aid, but it's not turning red. What? How do I keep getting pink Kool-Aid, right? It's supposed to be red. And so it feels like it's just diluting itself down. Like it's kind of an illusion because it's like I'm trying to do this, but it's not doing anything. And finally, through the reflection of what you're doing, you finally get to go to the goals and the things that you want. And you're finally making a big, huge impact. So it almost feels like the cycle's changed and this impact is actually coming. It's almost like you get this great creative thought and supporting yourself. This is you supporting your own justice, finding the justice within yourself and saying, okay, you know what, maybe I wasn't doing it right. I mean, really finding the power and supporting the situation. And it's, like I said, it's going to be a breath of fresh air. I just feel like this thing just keeps dragging you down and you're trying to fight out of it, but you just can't because, like holding you back, but you finally find it. And once you finally find it in spring, here it comes and it's justified and you finally feel like you're getting what you deserve. Yes, absolutely. Walking away from any kind of pain, anything that was holding you back. If you felt like you were chained to that chair, you're no longer chained to that chair. You finally broke the chain. And this is bringing in this over its strength. So within the springtime, the early springtime, this overall strength is going to just kind of bust right out of you. It's almost like you've had enough. You've done what you need to do. You've kind of looked at it and reflected upon the situation a little bit different. So I think within the two worlds, it's kind of like looking at it from a different perception and saying, okay, well, the determination I'm putting in is not working. So I have to do this differently, right? So there's something that's going to really grab you and say, it has to be this way instead. And that's really when all of this changes. Wow. And it's going to change right into the Ace of Coins over here, giving back the hopes and promises of what you want and actually having and getting what you deserve with the Star card. So there's a very good deservance coming out of this, and it's all justified as well. So finding the truth within the matter, and maybe that's what the problem is as well. You're over determined to get to what it is, but maybe there's this perception that needs to change about what is really the truth though. You know, are you diluting the problem that, you know, it's actually could be this Taurus who's holding you back and diluting the situation? Are you giving them too much credit? Something of this nature. And you see what I'm saying? So actually by finding that, you know, it's really them, maybe you're giving all the blame to yourself. Don't do that, Capricorn. It's not your fault. It's actually whoever it is that's kind of chaining you and holding you back. Maybe they're making you try to feel guilty for the situation. But once you come to that determination and you get the truth of the matter, that's going to bust you free, and that's going to change everything about what's going on with you within this situation, changing everything up. Wow. You're going to feel a lot freer too. I see a lot of freedom coming out of the Star card. Free to do the things that you want to do, free to have better understanding and get your life back to where it needs to be within the situation, whether it's a job, love, it doesn't matter. Everybody's story is different, but there's definitely a lot of strength and a lot of freedom coming. Wow, look at that, Parrot. Listen intently to understand. And I do believe that whether you're listening to intently understand where they're trying to come from, is there manipulation coming from them and they're trying to make you the guilty party? Also listen to intently to understand yourself right in that reflective area, because I really do believe that somebody is holding back in the situation and trying to put the blame on you. And this is not true, because if anything, you've been over determined to try to change the situation around. But with this person holding you down, you can't get free from the situation, because it just continues to make a different trench from a different trench to a different trench, right? So this is going to be the Badger, which is going to bring your life into balance, okay? And you could feel like you're cooperating. You know, maybe that's the problem. You're cooperating with a manipulator. Maybe you're trying to cooperate with somebody who is guilty, and they're kind of taking you for advantage of the situation, and then putting all this weight on you, trying to tell you, well, you need to fix the problem, when actually it was them who keeps destroying the problem that you're trying to solve. It's almost like I found the solution to the problem and then they destroyed it. So it's going to be harder. Okay. So getting a card on, or you know what, we'll get some angel cards over here and see what Spirit has to say about the situation. But this is going to bring a lot of strength and really change everything around for you. Meditation will bring that answer for the reflectiveness that you need to break that chain. Okay, this will also help you improve health too, because it could be causing a lot of mental stress, and a lot of fatigue, and a lot of maybe even migraines. I feel like I have a headache on the side of my left-hand side of my head. So if some of you are getting migraines, it's really causing a lot of fatigue. And I think the migraine is from the insomnia and the fatigue and the worry. Listen to your own intuition, because it almost feels like, even though it feels like they're cooperating, they're actually not really cooperating. They're actually destroying the process. So trust in yourself. Okay? And this will bring in what? Success at the bottom of the deck. Love it. And then look at that. You won't have to be as assertive as you were before. Right? You're not going to need all of that anymore, because you're going to find the answer within yourself. So then you can just relax. You don't have to be, you know, taking on all that, which feels like every time I do something, I think we're in cahoots together, but then it seems like it always backfires. Why? Because they're doing it. They're doing it, Capricorn. It's them who are holding back everything. Okay? I don't get co-worker, boss, whoever it is. They're the ones that are allowing it to fall apart as you're over here pushing so hard. I mean, it does feel like you're over pushing the situation for them to corrupt the situation, destroy the situation. And then coming back to you with that diluted water. I just keep seeing this Kool-Aid that's like, that's fruit punch. That's supposed to be red. And that shit's pink. What did you do? And then it just keeps causing this karmic trench to keep going over and over. It's a horrible cycle. Okay, my friends. Love the near future reading because it feels like once you get this under control, then you can really start moving again in the area that you really need to start moving in. Okay. Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.